Welcome back. This is Retirement News Online. I'm Scott Drake. When creating a retirement plan, the first step is to consider your short-term needs and long-term goals and then develop a timeline to meet those objectives. Here to talk about this is my guest, John Goodhue with APO Financial in Colorado. John, welcome back. I mean, one of the things that you talk about is breaking down retirement and financial planning into 5-year increments. Can you talk about that?
Oh, absolutely. I actually tell my clients that all the time. When you're in retirement, we believe that you should start really living your life in 5-year increments. Now, what do I mean by that? We're not 20 anymore in retirement. You know, you're 60, 65, maybe a little older. You have bucket lists. Everybody has bucket lists. We always say you have big bucket list items, small bucket list items, medium bucket list items. Match those up to those 5-year increments. So early on in your retirement years, be living the big bucket list things. That means you're going to have to front-end load your income. That's the income planning portion. Then the next 5 years, you're probably moving into the small bucket list or the medium bucket list things. Then the next 5 years, you're probably moving into the small bucket list items. And then eventually, after about 15, 16, 17 years, you're pretty much going to be focusing on health and health care for the rest of your life. So we believe that that way you can have the most enjoyment and fulfillment out of your retirement years.
You know, so this idea that you're talking about seems to fit in with the notion that retirement really is at least 3 stages. There's go-go, slow-go, and no-go, for example.
That's right. Yeah, the go-go years, again, that would be the first 5 years. That's when you're still, if you're still healthy, knock on wood, you're doing big stuff. I always tell people, you know, if travel's in your plans in retirement, you know, they didn't make Europe and you know, the pyramids and stuff for wheelchairs and walkers. So really you should be doing things when you still are able to early on, and that's the go-go years. Now you slow down a little bit. That's the kind of the medium bucket list things. Those are the slower go years. And then you get into the no-go years eventually when you really are focusing on health and healthcare.
So John, you certainly spend time you know, meeting with a lot of clients. What are some common mistakes that you see in retirement planning?
That they don't plan. That is the #1 mistake that most Americans make. And I always tell people, hope isn't a retirement plan, so don't count on that. Have a real plan that you can track, that has numbers, that you can look at the rest of your life, and that you can add to. And as things change in your life, the rest of your life, and they will, and any plan, it means it's going to be changing, be able to really focus on, if I do this, what happens to me in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Because some people, you know, they overspend, for example, early on in their earlier years. That's going to affect them in later years. They don't plan properly for health care. They don't plan properly for Social Security options. People make the very bad mistakes in Social Security areas. Long-term care, not planning for long-term care, is another big mistake most people do. And most people also don't do income planning. Because really in retirement, it's all about your income, not so much about your assets. It's really about how much income do you have to spend in those go-go, slow-go years.
Great, John. Thanks again.
Thank you.
That was John Goodhue with APO Financial in Colorado. Thanks for watching Retirement News Online.